Hello, Alex Flores here with another SCP document. Today's document is how Clef got into my Santa pants. I'll never know. Something pulsed underneath Dr. Siberian. It was a methodical beat, the kind that, in his experience, signaled the end of the world. When he finally opened his eyes, he was face down on carpet in a dimly lit room. Broken and empty bottles covered the floor in front of him. He felt warm. At least. He reached up to scratch at his chin and found it covered in thick hair. Before he had time to consider that, his head exploded in pain as the first rays of sunlight shined into his eyes. He rolled over to face the other direction and found himself face to face with a woman in a boast of an elf costume. She, mercifully, was still asleep. Consequences. That's what this morning was. He could hear a radio in the next room, the source of this pulsing beat. He rolled himself over onto his stomach and raised himself off the ground. He finally looked at his own arms for a moment and realized he was wearing a Santa Claus suit, minus pants. His underwear were thankfully clean. He reached up and scratched his chin again, running his hand through the fake beard. His first course of action was clear. He needed to find his pants and turn that damn radio off. He surveyed the room and saw nothing but men and women in elf costumes, bottles, and a few sturdy pieces of furnilia. He stumbled out into the open kitchen, trying to find the source of the music. As he came into the kitchen, two things became a stark reality. One, the radio on the counter was playing California Girls by Katy Perry, and even with a pounding headache, he was gonna let that keep playing. Two, another Santa Claus was making himself a sandwich next to the sink. The Santa Claus's pants were a deeper red than the rest of the man's costume, and one or two sizes too big. This son of a bitch was wearing his pants. Hey, Dr. Siberian whispered, trying to avoid worsening his headache he was experiencing. Give me back my pants. Dr. Clef turned around, holding a peanut butter sandwich, and answered with a mouthful. Bullshit. Finders keepers. Dr. Siberian, quite drunk and not thinking things through, walked over to Clef and tried to pull at the man's waistband. The two got into a sort of flat fight over it until Clef managed to disengage and back away. Hey, watch it. Fucking handsy. Shut the fuck up and give me my pants, Clef. No. Go away. Dr. Siberian jumped forward and threw a sort of punch to Clef's abdomen. Clef tensed at the last moment to take the blow. Then he countered with a final haymaker that connected with Siberian's left upper arm. Siberian prepped to launch himself against again as a gunshot cracked in both men's ears. They winced and grabbed at their heads, both feeling more than hearing the noise. Jackie stood just inside a screen door that neither of them had noticed until now. He was also wearing a Santa Claus costume, but he had an extra pair of red pants slung over his shoulder. He waved his pistol at the ceiling. Fucking fuck, Jackie said from behind dark, sunken, and bloodshot eyes. Just put his pants on. Kajaki threw the pants down between them. They were a different shade of red, but also discolored in several places. Siberian cocked an eyebrow. Clef, why are your pants covered in blood? I don't want to talk about it. Well, I'm not gonna wear your blood-stained pants, you fucking psycho. Clef let out a sigh. Fine, fucking picky bitch. It's mostly my blood anyways. Kajaki raised his hand. Mostly? Clef shook his head while removing his pants. I don't want to talk about it. Clef and Siberian exchanged pants. Kadraki leaned into the garbage can and vomited for a solid 20 seconds while the two of them got dressed. Kadraki turned away from the garbage can for a few moments. Also, we have to go. I'm pretty sure I just shot a guy. He went back in for a round or two. He went back in for round two. Clef and Siberian looked at the hole in the ceiling and saw a trickle of blood beginning to fall. They also heard a male voice groaning. Siberian sobered up as best as he could. Phones and guns. They searched for their personals and produced 1 phone and 3 guns. Clef nodded. Better than last time. Siberian shook his head. Shut the fuck up. I saw a landline in the living room. Clef, call 911. I'll go out and steal a car, Kadraki, figure out why that donkey's here. All 3 of them looked up to see a brown-gray donkey with fake antlers wandering into the kitchen. Kadraki nodded. Got it. They split up and got back to work. Siberian ran outside. There was 1 car on the abandoned street. He checked the door, unlocked, he got inside and started messing with the wires underneath. Clef and Kadraki came out of the house's front door and they looked at the car. At each other, then the car again. Whew. Sam, that's a 2-seater, and there's 3 of us. Kadraki could ride in the trunk. Kadraki grimaced and nodded begrudgingly. As they got closer to the car, Siberian popped the trunk. Then he got back under the dash. Kadraki walked around the back and stopped. Guys, there's a guy in an elf costume in here. Siberian stopped and looked at Clef, and Clef shook his head. What? I don't want to talk about it. Siberian shook his head and looked back at Kadraki. Wake him up and throw him in the yard. Kadraki clicked his tongue. Yeah, this guy's not waking up. Siberian managed to get the car started, then got out to figure out how to handle the situation. All available officers. We have a 1071, shots fired in Lillian Oaks. Suspects were seen fleeing the scene in a blue smart car. Please be advised that all 3 suspects are wearing Santa Claus costumes, and at least 1 is strapped to the top of the vehicle. They are to be considered armed and extremely dangerous. Okay, sorry for the extra random Christmas-themed video. What had happened was I was about to get, a start on the part 3, but that video was like an hour long and I broke my editing software with trying to work with it, so I might need to download DaVinci Resolve. Again. Oh, I'll do that later. But, so this was kind of a quick, let's get this done video. Because I broke my software. And I have to get DaVinci Resolve now. But, also not sponsored. But, I also broke OBS, so my shit's messed up. I had to download it off the website. I think Steam is having some glitches with OBS. But, yeah, I'm gonna try to do an introduction video, because I just realized you guys don't know who I am. And I feel like you guys should. Oh god. My phone fell. I recorded this like 3 times. Also, my dad never got me my medicine, so that's why I'm nasally, is I don't have any help for my allergies. So, I guess complain to him. But I should stop prolonging this video. Sorry for the short video. Next week's video is going to be a lot longer, and I'm going to have a heck of a time trying to upload it. I might try to upload it earlier this week, because it's going to take a while. Because it's longer. It's one of the longer. It's like, let's look at the video. Okay, that's correct. It is an hour and 5 minutes, and that's just the reading part, and there's parts I do have to cut out. So, there's that. Well, I guess I should close this up. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Hopefully we can get this channel to 500 subscribers. Maybe within the next month. That'd be neat. That'd be neat. Alright guys. If we could get that. I sound so hopeless when I'm like, how do we get that? I think that would be amazing. Imagine what I could do if I had more people engaging with my content. I want people to see my content. I think they would like it, but you know, it's hard to do that. Well, I should get going. Bye.